NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
Like, my life was so hard. Everybody's f***ing life is hard.
Yeah,
you were the prince of a goddamn
true.
country who dressed up as a f***ing Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope? Suck it.
If you had lunch with Meghan Markle, you'd be stunned at how dumb she was. Not because she's black, because I wouldn't think she was black if I looked at her, because she's an actress who was on the show Suits.
Meghan Markle just locked in a title she probably wasn't aiming for. Most hated person in 2025. You heard that right. This woman went from forgettable actress to Duchess and somehow turned every single person in the entertainment industry against her faster than anyone thought possible. Late night hosts, comedians, satirists, they all made her their favorite target. And let's be honest, she brought every single roast on herself. So today we're going through all the celebrities who helped Meghan earn this title she truly deserves. And we're starting with the comedian who finally said what the whole world was thinking, but nobody dared to say. Chris Rock didn't just make fun of Meghan. He took her entire victim story and ripped it to shreds in minutes.
Gone on Oprah, I didn't know. I had no idea how racist they were. It's the royal family. You didn't Google these motherfuckers?
This woman married into a monarchy that's been around for centuries and then acted completely shocked when they had baggage. Chris saw right through it.
What the f*** is she talking about? She didn't know. The fuck? It's the royal family. They're the original racists.
These people have been a problem since forever. Acting surprised is like signing up with the cartel and being upset when crimes happen.
That's like marrying into the Budweiser family and going, they drink a lot. This motherfucker's invested in slavery like it was Shark Tank.
But then it got really brutal. Remember the whole controversy about someone asking what color the baby would be? That got turned into some massive racist scandal. Chris Rock shut that narrative down completely.
They're so racist. They wanted to know how brown the baby's gonna be. I'm like, that's not racist. Cause even black people want to know how brown the baby gonna be. Shit.
Basic curiosity got weaponized into victimhood. Chris called it out as manufactured outrage. Once he showed everyone you could actually say this stuff, the floodgates opened. Koy was next, and he took over the Golden Globes stage and aimed straight at them.
Just a great series about a rich, white, dysfunctional family, all scheming. Oh no, that's The Crown. That's The Crown. I'm sorry.
One sentence and Koy captured everything about them. A rich, dysfunctional family minus anything interesting to actually watch.
How great was Imelda Staunton in The Crown? Wasn't she amazing? Her portrayal of the Queen was so good. Prince Harry called her for it and asked her for money.
Hosts at award shows usually play nice. Koy threw that rule book out the window.
Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing. And that's just by Netflix.
That Netflix deal turned into everyone's favorite punchline. Tens of millions for content that nobody can explain or even wants to see. The American hosts were only getting warmed up though. Jimmy Kimmel stepped in and went straight for their biggest excuse.
Harry said racism was a big part of their decision to leave, which you know things are bad at Buckingham Palace if they came to America to get away from racism.
These two wanted to leave so badly they invented the stupidest reason possible. Running to America to get away from racism. None of it made any sense. Kimmel had more though. He took Harry's memoir and destroyed it on national television.
Prince Harry, whose memoir just broke the Guinness record for fastest selling nonfiction book of all time. The story of Prince Harold and his frozen yogurt slinger is so popular, they're now releasing a version for kids. I don't know if you know about this. It's a twist on The Princess and the Pea. It's called The Prince and the Penis, and it's,
That memoir was straight garbage. 600 pages of a privileged man whining while selling out his own family for a check. Kimmel made it the joke it was always meant to be. Jimmy Fallon decided to go after Meghan's absurd lifestyle content instead.
Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
There's another bag.
And that confuses people.
This, we're just going to put into a different bag.
That pretzel bag moment became legendary for all the wrong reasons. This is what happens when rich people lose touch with reality completely.
The 60 Minutes interview was a great chance to hear Harry and Meghan's story in case you missed their 2-hour sit-down with Oprah or their 6-part Netflix documentary.
Interview after interview after interview. Oprah wasn't enough for them. The Netflix series wasn't enough. Then they needed 60 Minutes too. You could smell the desperation from a mile away. Stephen Colbert wanted in on the action too.
Meghan Markle has finally revealed why she and Prince Harry call each other M and H.
Mm-hmm. And he'll say M and you'll say H and your friends say M and it just is a thing.
It's a thing.
And do you both love it?
Yes, and I like nicknames a lot.
What could it be? A mystery for the ages.
H and M. They call each other H and M like they're trying to build a brand. Those nicknames were painfully forced, trying so hard to seem normal while being the complete opposite. Colin Jost actually got there early and called Meghan out before most others did.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
No! I refuse! I'm sick of it!
Nobody actually wants these two around. America doesn't want them here. Britain sure as hell doesn't want them back. They're floating in no man's land with zero options.
Elon built electric cars. He's going to Mars. Why isn't he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
Harry threw away his entire life for a woman nobody really knew before him. That marriage didn't raise him up. It erased whatever relevance he still had.
NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
The moment SNL turns your marriage into a sitcom concept, you know you've become a national joke. Trevor Noah had a different take, though. At first, he actually had Meghan's back and was roasting the royals instead.
And I know some people are disappointed by the name Archie, but there's one person who's super excited, the Queen. Yeah, because you know for the last 9 months, she's been like, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal.
He was cracking jokes about the royal family and calling out all their obvious problems. Trevor wasn't coming for Meghan at this point. He was actually defending her.
Queen summoned everyone to a private meeting. Everyone attended except Meghan Markle. And I'll be honest, I don't blame Meghan for not going, because nothing good happens when white people invite you to the countryside. We've all seen Get Out. We know how this shit ends.
Then his whole perspective changed.
Prince Harry really did that. At a movie premiere last year, he asked the CEO of Disney to hook his wife up with voiceovers.
There's Harry at a movie premiere, working the room, trying to get his wife a voiceover deal with Disney executives. That's when Trevor realized what was really going on.
You gotta admit, the monarchy has fallen off, right? No, because back in the day, it used to be like, if you marry my daughter, I'll give you Burgundy.
Back in the day, royal marriages meant something. Land exchanges, political alliances, real power moves across entire continents. That was why you married into royalty. Now it's about trying to get Bob Iger to put you in The Lion King.
And now it's like, my wife actually does a pretty good Timon. You should hear her. Come on, baby, do the thing. Hakuna Matata, do the thing.
Trevor started as a defender and ended as a critic the moment he spotted the hustle. From building empires to begging for Disney gigs. What a fall. Bill Maher went deeper and started breaking down the actual problem.
They want it both ways. You know, you can't be, these people were so mean to us and poor us, and we don't want all this attention, and then let me write a book about how much we don't want attention.
You write an entire book about how much you hate attention and then do a full press tour for that same book. Make it make sense.
They just strike me as creatures of that generation. You know, you're just fragile. Just take a hint from the Queen, the recently departed.
Never complain, never explain, and rarely be heard speaking in public.
The Queen got something Harry and Meghan will never understand. Real dignity means keeping your mouth shut, not running to every camera you can find.
You're complaining about your hard life, and you're so privileged. It's just so weird.
It's ridiculous. I totally agree.
Sitting in a Montecito mansion crying about how tough life is. The lack of self-awareness is honestly impressive.
And I will not bend the knee and just go along with the nonsense. That's what's so annoying about them. The most of all, they insist that you go along with their nonsense and their insanity and their fragility.
Bill nailed it, and I think most people watching this feel exactly the same. Nobody's going to bow down to her drama just because she expects us to. Nikki Glaser came at it differently and basically did a full psychological breakdown of Meghan.
She wants to be famous. She found the guy to make her the most famous in the world, and now she's over there and she's like, oh, this isn't what I thought
What's the point of being famous in a castle every day?
She landed the one man on earth who could make her more famous than Hollywood ever could. Goal achieved.
If she didn't marry him, she would be on The Bachelor this season. Fighting for Prince. She would be Megan M. from Sherman Oaks barista. She just got lucky.
Take Harry out of the picture, and she's competing for screen time on The Bachelor. That marriage was a business decision disguised as a love story. American hosts made it crystal clear what was happening. But the British comedians, they came for blood. Jimmy Carr kicked things off with the one contradiction that nobody could deny.
I said Meghan Markle is, of course, a lifelong feminist, which she's demonstrated by marrying a prince and giving up her job.
Her whole identity was built on feminism. Then a prince looks her way, and suddenly she drops her career instantly. You can't make this stuff up.
The royal family, right, if you can imagine, they're like our Kardashian. Prince Harry is very much our Kanye. He occasionally dresses as a Nazi, and he up.
Harry's past isn't going anywhere no matter how much PR he throws at it. That costume photo is following him to the grave.
Harry and Meghan say they'd now like to split their time between spending your money in the UK and spending your money in Canada.
British taxpayers were funding Meghan's lifestyle while she went around complaining about how difficult her life was. People were furious. Kelly Osbourne had zero intention of holding back either.
I think Harry's a twat. He's a whining, whinging, complaining, woe is me, I'm the only one that's ever had mental problems.
She shattered the whole victim act in about 10 seconds. Everybody deals with hard times. Crying about yours while living in a mansion doesn't make you relatable. It makes you unbearable.
Like, my life was so hard. Everybody's fucking life is hard.
Yeah,
you were the prince of a goddamn country who dressed up as a fucking Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope? Suck it.
PR campaigns don't erase history. Those photos are out there forever, and people don't forget that easily. Simon Brodkin decided to actually give them a fair shot and sat through their whole Netflix documentary.
I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. Now, I'll be honest with you, before I watched it, I was not a fan of theirs. But now I've actually heard their side of the story, I hate them.
That documentary completely backfired. People who didn't care before actively started hating them after watching it.
They started off and they're making interesting points about racism and misogyny. Then they start calling each other H&M, and I just thought, oh, doof. Off.
It opened with some valid points about racism and media treatment. Then they started with the H&M stuff and everyone checked out.
Harry starts describing this one date with Meghan as the night, let me quote you here, me and M pulled the pin on a fun grenade. I actually started rooting for Prince Andrew.
Harry's way of describing things is so dramatically cringe that it actually makes you feel bad for the worst royals. That takes effort.
Harry says, how do you explain to someone who's just started dating that they have to curtsy to your own grandmother?
How do you explain that you bow to your grandmother and that you will need to curtsy, especially to an American? Like, that's weird.
And I'm thinking, maybe just tell her that your grandmother is the queen.
Understanding royal protocol is not complicated. Your boyfriend's grandmother runs an entire country. Maybe learn the basics before you propose.
They were complaining that to pay for their own security. They were not happy about that. Yeah, they were very worried about their safety, which I get that aspect of things. After 6 episodes, I wanted to attack them.
When your content is so bad that people start sympathizing with security threats over you, that's a talent nobody asked for. British comedians made this personal. Pure anger. These two trashed the monarchy, held onto their titles, then ran away while playing the victim card. Conan O'Brien found his own angle and turned their wax figures into comedy gold.
Now, I was curious what they did with Harry and Meghan's wax figures, so I found a museum employee who's temporarily storing them.
Conan figured out how to roast them without them even being there.
Oliver, you have generously offered to keep the wax figures of Harry and Meghan safe.
Yeah, that's correct. And if I may, I would just like to say that I'm definitely not using the wax figures for sex stuff.
Perfect setup. Weird enough to land as a joke, real enough to actually hurt.
They are in a loving home, and I treat them better than the museum ever did. They didn't appreciate Meghan's soft hands or Harry's supple lips.
When even your wax statues become a punchline, your public image has officially collapsed. Then he came for Meghan's jam venture.
He got out of copping and then became a food broker, which we're like, come on, that's what? CIA, right?
Yes.
And he's like, no, I really am a middleman for jars of jam.
He works for Meghan Markle.
Yes.
Really tiny jams, harvestable jams.
Yes, exactly.
Made from the oils of Montecito.
That jam business tells you everything you need to know about Meghan. Overpriced products nobody wants while pretending to be down to earth. It's the perfect summary of her entire brand. Then John Oliver showed up. Think about how insufferable you need to be for someone as measured as John Oliver to take shots at you.
I don't think they will change because I don't think they have the capacity to, but they obviously should.
When a guy known for being careful and analytical says you're simply incapable of growth, that's not comedy anymore. That's an assessment. The most neutral comedian in the game basically confirmed what everybody already suspected. Professional comedians weren't the end of it, though. The internet made her into a meme that won't die. Spitting Image put together the most savage Meghan content ever created. Then it all disappeared. Word is, legal threats forced them to take everything down. But we tracked down what they tried to bury. Spitting Image went straight for Meghan's whole nice person performance, being condescending to everyone while branding herself as humble. That was the entire joke. Her Netflix cooking show got the puppet treatment. Soul food that's literally a bag of chips with a flower stuck on top, repackaging the most basic things as premium lifestyle content. That's the whole scam in one image. Tutorials on how to breathe, flowers on everything to show love. They took normal human functions and monetized them as life advice. The ridiculousness explained itself. This is probably the moment that got everything banned. Meghan controlling Harry, shown through puppets, the real personality slipping through. Somebody with power wanted this gone.
In California, we're just a regular couple living close to Oprah and far from the paparazzi.
Ooh.
but not too far.
A house near Oprah, but they want privacy, apparently. Close enough to celebrities, away from cameras, but not too away when they need the press. The double standard was impossible to miss.
The best thing is, no more following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't bath on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that.
Right away, Megs.
Every single scene showed Harry being controlled while Meghan expanded her empire. Exposing that dynamic through puppets landed harder than any direct attack ever could. Spitting Image are absolute geniuses at satire, and seeing them silenced like this is honestly heartbreaking. Nothing's been confirmed, but I bet money Meghan was behind it. They tried pulling the same thing with South Park and failed miserably. That show's way too big to bully. Spitting Image was a softer target and everything just vanished. But here's the thing about trying to erase content. It only makes people want to find it more. South Park looked at all the hypocrisy and built an entire episode around it.
So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
That memoir got turned into an actual joke. South Park repackaged Harry's whining into a children's book about complaining.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
They nailed the setup, screaming about wanting a normal life while taking every media opportunity that comes their way.
What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy.
The hypocrisy was right there in the open, demanding privacy while doing covers for magazines and television specials. South Park pointed out the obvious and didn't flinch.
To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people! Come on, wife! We want privacy! We want privacy!
Going around the globe on a privacy tour, the irony is so obvious, and South Park made sure nobody missed it.
Look at this town. There's just something about it. Oh, darling, I think this might be the place. It's so quiet and empty here. If we moved here, then people would think we're really serious about wanting to be normal.
House hunting for a quiet, peaceful town while recording the whole thing for content. Absolutely no self-awareness. Hypocrisy turned up to the maximum. So those were some of my favorite moments of celebrities tearing Meghan Markle apart on live television. I'm sure I missed some good ones, so leave a comment telling me who should be in the next video. Did she deserve all of this, or did some people cross the line? Drop your thoughts below and hit subscribe if you want more celebrity content like this.